Hi guys, this is Travis coming to you from the beautiful ranges of MHF Enterprises Shooting Academy in Denison, Illinois. Today we're doing something a little bit different. This is a review of the Valiant Dynamics EvolvR stock made specifically for us TAC guys. Now you can see here I'm in what would be a fairly typical loadout configuration for back when I was on the teams. Heavy rifle vest, load bearing equipment, got the holster of backup gun. I'd be carrying my sub gun. Now what we would run into was back in the day, and I'm sure it's still true today, the buttstocks on the little submachine guns that we would run is very tiny. And with all this gear between the heavy vest and the load bearing equipment, what we were taught was the little tip of the buttstock would just ride up here in this little pocket above your collarbone and in front of the trap. And just the teeniest little bit would be touching for your support on that buttstock. Now, I got a picture from the newspaper. March 21st, I'm not going to tell you what year. It was a minute ago. But you can see front and center, there is me holding the sub gun up, and you can look at that and you can tell the point of that buttstock is right up there in that little pocket. So this is a fairly typical. This is the closest thing I've got right now to that old buttstock, and this is even bigger than what it used to be. But when you're in that position, you can see just the tip of the bottom of that buttstock is up in that little pocket right there. And it's a little precarious sometimes, especially if you're doing something one-handed and trying to maintain coverage with your primary weapon. Just getting that little tip up there was a little slick. So some guys would take skateboard friction tape and different things to put on here and try to make this grab a little bit better so that they wouldn't lose that shoulder contact on their sub guns when they were doing the raids and different things. So let's just see how this EvolvR buttstock is a vast improvement on that. So I've got one put on here. And as you can see, like we've talked about before, very easy to adjust position. Just pull out and rotate. There's 8 different positions as you go around. And there's this little spur that you can use to catch on your gear. Adjust the length of pull real easy. There's a small lever here. I stuck this on my other 9. And I played around with it some just to see, and I found what I found was I like the spur up in this situation. But you can see it's got a nice big contact patch here that is a low profile this direction, but it's a lot wider overall than those little skinny buttstocks like we'd have on the sub guns. And this is material, it's kind of a rubbery compound. It's real grippy, and I like that. It's not squishy like a wet sponge, but it does have some give to it, and it's incredibly grippy. So I found that I like the little spur up to the top, and that lets me get in here, and you can see that puts a lot more contact patch up into my gear for holding. Now, why this is nice for one-handed operation, typically you don't think of doing one-handed stuff, but if we were clearing something, let's say I'm clearing a house and we come up to a closet or something where I'm needing to open the door and there's no one with me, whatever, I'm doing a 1 or 2 man, or I've been assigned and I want to check and see if this door is locked or if it's not or what's going on. You know, I would be approaching this door and I would want to keep weapons up as I reach for that doorknob to swing it open. Even if I was opening it for a teammate on the other side, I would have to be running this carbine one-handed while I did that. And I have to say, this is a vast improvement over the old style of buttstocks when you're doing any kind of room clearing and attack situation like that, where you have to go one-handed for whatever reason for a little bit. So thumbs up for TAC use. Can't say enough good things about this. This is Travis coming to you for MHF Enterprises. TAC guys, get one of these things. They are awesome. Do something every day to make yourself harder to kill. See you soon.